Hello everybody, Luke here, and today I'm going to show you how to solve a supercube like this, or a picture cube like this. So before we begin, I'll just restate that this will work with both a supercube like this that has arrows on it, or a picture cube like this that just has pictures on either side. This one is themed after Minecraft. You will, of course, have to know how to solve a regular Rubik's Cube, and if you don't know how to do that, you can check out my tutorial on my channel. So to begin, I'm going to show you how to solve this supercube with the arrows on it, and then I'm going to show you how to apply it on this. So we'll set this off to the side for now. And so let's get started on this one. Okay, so once you have it all scrambled up, we can begin. So as you might recall, when you're solving a normal Rubik's Cube, you're going to make a cross that is white right here. However, we're going to have to do it a little bit different. And because none of the centers can move, but they can be rotated in place, the center arrows have to be rotated especially. So when we're making the cross, we actually decide which way 5 of the 6 centers are rotated just in that first step. So we're going to have to be putting each of these edge pieces in so that they are oriented correctly, such as this. See, it's oriented correctly. So the easiest way to do this, although there are more advanced methods, is you get one edge piece that has white on it, lined up with the yellow piece, which is opposite of white, of course. And then you would line it up to the center that it lines up with, like this. Only before you do that, you have to turn the side, so when you turn it, the arrow will match up. So like this, because it was facing that direction. And now they will be lined up. And then now we're going to turn this twice, so it's up on the top layer. But first we have to make it so the white arrow will align, and so it's facing that way. And so we can bring that down, make it face that way, and bring it back up. And you see they are now in the right position. Now we'll put another edge piece on the bottom, just like that. And we'll move it out of the way from the center that it's supposed to be with. Turn the center so it'll match up, and then put it on the top layer. Keep in mind that you only have to align the white center the first time because it'll already be lined up once you have one in. So you will just keep doing that. Put one on the bottom, line it up, well it's already lined up, just like that, and put it in. And this last one, you may have to do something like that to get it on the bottom, but you should be able to figure it out, and then line it up and put it in. So I recommend practicing this a couple times before you keep going with this method, and with just a little bit of practice you can get pretty good at it. And the next step, believe it or not, is just to solve the whole cube. So you just do it just as you normally would. The only thing to keep in mind is if you do advanced OLs and PLLs, and I imagine some F2L algorithms, they can actually rotate these centers that you've already put in place. So you're just going to want to do a beginner's method, and you may want to test out some OLs and PLLs that'll work if you want to use those. And so yeah, you just basically start solving it like normal. Okay, so you see we have solved the rest of the cube, and you see all these 5 that we put in place are correct. However, you see the last one is actually facing the wrong direction, so this will happen half the time, of course. And there's no chance that it'll be a different direction. If so, you'll have to take it apart because you assembled it wrong. So now we just have one basic fix algorithm for this. It's actually really, really easy. I think many people have came up with it on their own, including me. But of course, I'm not the first person to come up with it. So you're going to be repeating the same moves 5 times. And those moves include 2 U moves, and you see if you turn the U move twice, it'll start, the arrow will face the opposite direction, and that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And you see it'll be facing the same direction as the arrows used to be pointing, which is that direction, of course. So the algorithm is R, U, R prime, U. And then you just repeat that 5 times. So R, U, R prime, U, R, U, R prime, U, R, U, I prime, U, R, U, R prime, U. And you see the arrow has fixed itself. So that's basically it for the Supercube. Now I'll show you how to apply it with the Picture Cube. Although I recommend that you actually try to do it by yourself first, because if you can figure it out by yourself, then you won't even need this tutorial. But let's get started with this one now. Okay, to start, you're going to find a side that you know has a distinct picture that you can easily tell which piece would go where on the puzzle. In this case, I'm going to use the pickaxe because it's easy to tell which piece goes where. So I'm going to start with this little piece, and then I'm going to find another piece of the pickaxe. And in this one, I've just found that it's easier if you just put the piece into its right place. Yeah, I think that's right. So just like that. And then you find the centerpiece that it matches up with, line it up, and then turn the center so it'll be lined up. Then you can continue doing this with the other one. You may have to turn the centers, of course. It may be a little bit difficult to figure out which orientation the center has to go in. Okay, and that one, I see that lines up like that. Put it at the top and it lines up with those. And then just put this on the bottom. And line up the diamond and then put it on the top. And then of course you're going to solve it like normal, and this may be a little bit difficult for color recognition and everything, but you should be able to do it fairly easily just by knowing how to solve a normal Rubik's Cube. The only difficult part is if you have two pieces that look alike, which I can't help you with because each picture cube is different. Okay, so we finished solving it, and you see once again this centerpiece in the middle is flipped, so that needs to rotate, and so we'll just do that algorithm again, and it will be solved. You may notice something like this on occasion, where it's actually rotated 90 degrees, but that means that you have something messed up with your other centers. So we see right here, it says TZT instead of TNT, and so you're just going to have to kind of redo that. There are algorithms to switch them, but I'm not going to be going into that right now. Okay, so the main thing with that is just make sure that you have all the centers lined up correctly. So that is basically it. That's how to solve these two puzzles. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them in the comments below, and I will make sure to answer them. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!